Welcome back all to Mudstomp Solves, and today we're having a look at another Thomas Kinkade Disney puzzle. Don't know why I do this to myself in some ways, but no. This puzzle is looking so much brighter than what the previous one did. It is 2,000 pieces, so it's much bigger, and this will be the largest random cut puzzle I've done, the largest Thomas Kinkade, the largest Disney one I've done to date. So I am really looking forward to this. I've already sorted the pieces out, mainly because I wanted to just get into it and show you what it ends up as. So I'll just note quickly while we're looking at the box cover. So there's some distinct areas, like lots of fish here with a shelf sort of region. There's obviously Ariel and what's his name? Can never remember. This sort of sandstony type building, lots of yellow around the sun and this pirate ship, Ariel's family, the seagulls, a more rainbowy colour, which I'm really looking forward to getting into. If you've seen my previous very early video on Peter Pan, Thomas Kinkade Disney was about a 750 piece, and there was a nice rainbow in there that I was fretting about doing, and once I got into it, I just really enjoyed it. It was really easy to see the colours come through and all that. So I'm really looking forward to that. What I've essentially done, I've split it into a lot of different piles, so let me run you through them and see how we go. Essentially here we've got Ariel. I finally figured out that this orange-red colour was her hair. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. And then we've got the green of her bottom half, if you will, her fishtail. Then there's the guy's hair and face. And this is all semi-white bits, which I believe is going to be his shirt, possibly some of this white here or the dog. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm hoping for the shirt for the most bit. We've then also got all of Ariel's family or any characters like Flounder and stuff. This is the trident in particular and some of her father's pieces, so very separated there. Should be nice, quick, easy builds. I separated out a little bit that you can see the Thomas Kinkade wording. I planned to do the rest of it and I kind of missed it. So anyway, that'll come out eventually. This is all the yellow, essentially. There is a little bit of overlap. So there's the basic yellow. This pile is essentially sort of the pirate ship bits from what I can tell. This is the bird bits. And then we've got, this is sort of like sandy beach color or something. And there's probably a bit of overlap into this tray with it, which I'll go over in a minute. But anyway, so that's basically all the sun and yellowy clouds and sky. And then we've got essentially the rest of the sky, so the rainbowy sky, if you will. It doesn't look like there's much blue sky. So any of the blue seems to actually be mostly the sea sort of sections in between this part over here in particular. You can see there's a sort of cyan aqua color there, but yeah, very rainbow for the most part. I then had a giant pile of blue, essentially. We've kind of got dark to lighter blue and very dark pieces in here. These dark pieces, I don't know where exactly they go. I'm assuming they're this rock area here. We'll find out. So yeah, there's a lot of separation already in all of that. And then I've got all the edge pieces separated out. I'm looking forward to having a go at this. Nice color gradients and separations and so forth. This is my miscellaneous pile left over. So this was probably about 300 to 400 pieces left over, thereabouts, I guess. But honestly, maybe less. But honestly, like I just couldn't tell where they went and didn't match anything else. And that's fine. They'll be, sorted in eventually. I did notice actually on that note, there were a few things I saw in the picture later on where I realized where some of them were. So for instance, this here, these sort of seaweedy bits, I've seen a lot of those pieces, but I didn't recognize what they were. So they ended up in the miscellaneous. So they'll be easy to place once I get there. This tray is basically all the fish bits because they're all nice bright colors and stand out against the blue. So hopefully this will be really nice to build all the fish and get a lot of placeholders essentially across this whole bottom half of the puzzle very quickly and early on, I'm hoping. As I said, this sort of overlap with the yellow in a bit, and this is basically what I think is sort of the waves and stuff. So I'm not 100% sure, but maybe this section in here, kind of that sort of stuff. We've then also got essentially bubble pieces, so anything with like what appeared to be white waves or bubbles. So I'm assuming it's sort of these bits in here and there, maybe this line, maybe not. We'll see. What else have we got? So then there's the reef shelves behind the fish that I pointed out. That seems to be what all these are, very evident. I then put aside sort of purpley and pinky pieces, which I'm still trying to figure out where exactly that's going to be. I'm guessing maybe this section here for the purple, but anyway, that's something I hadn't seen before, so there you go. I then got sort of the dark pieces with green bits on it, sort of, is this castle for the most part, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Then we've got the sandstone buildings and roof kind of pieces. These took a bit to figure out, like, you can see this bit, and that's sort of sky, and the bit of roof is what I can tell so far. We then had very aqua sort of pieces. This might also be part of the castle. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. And then this was a pile of bits of coral, basically, and underwater flora that I started to put to the side. There's still quite a bit of that probably mixed in with the blue and in the miscellaneous, but yeah, I did what I could at the time. And I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, lots of little piles, but I'm hoping that, yeah, I don't even know what to hope for first, to be honest. I'll probably do the edge early, but not necessarily first. I'm probably going to do as many of the characters very early on. Like I said, put all the fish together to get that. This will hopefully, this rock thing will probably be pretty easy once the fish are together. And then if I can do the castle there, do the pirate ship, the birds, that'll get the sky started. Then I'll start filling in the yellow, then get into the rainbow. I can't wait for that. It'll be good. There's a nice poster here with it. The posters covers more than the box lid. So the box lid finishes a centimetre or two inside. So yeah, there's quite a bit more detail in there. This is going to be interesting, I think. I'm pretty sure I can identify a lot of these pieces in the blue, like this one here, for instance. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing so. So yeah, either way, there's a lot of brightness to all the pieces, unlike the 1500 Beauty and the Beast one. So this is going to be a lot, I think it's going to be a lot more interesting, a lot more fun to do. I'm hoping it'll be a lot quicker. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get into it. So hopefully you enjoy seeing a few different things built at once, and excuse me. Hopefully you'll enjoy that, and I'll catch you up in a bit when I've done a good chunk of it and put it on a board, probably, like I did last time. So yeah, see how we go. It's sort of, yeah, that's the thing too. It's taken me nearly probably 3 hours or more to sort these like this. Some people probably wonder why I sort the way I do, because I know a lot of puzzles online, they kind of just throw pieces in a pile in a box and sort it really quickly, and then they'll lay the pieces out again and stuff. And while I don't mind that process, I think I just like being able to see every piece, if you know what I mean. So even though I will transfer pieces off these trays and into other areas, like particularly when I do the edge pieces, but then when I'm looking at the edge pieces now, I can sit there and go, all right, I'll grab all the yellow bits out, or all the orangey bits, or the purple or blue. And so I can see a lot more. So I really like spending the time sorting it this way. It takes longer, but on the whole of it, it's kind of more interesting in the long run, I think. And same thing here, like I can just start building Ariel by going, okay, there's her face and there's her ear, and, you know, really sort of just start piecing it together pretty much. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into it and see where we end up. Well, folks, after all of that, I did a little bit more work connecting bits and pieces. I went through my miscellaneous tray looking for odds and ends, basically anything that stood out, and really just sort of got into connecting bits and pieces. I was really glad to see a lot of bits like these bits here and this bit get connected and really have a, larger chunks together. This is completely, well, apart from getting connected to something, but that's in position anyway. It's just, filled in a lot. Lighting, I'm recording this late at night, so I've had to use my main light, and it's a bit reflective, unfortunately, but I hope you can see there's quite a lot going on, and I'm definitely, I'm getting there, but still plenty of space to go. Interestingly enough, I felt like, compared to the 1500, I felt like I got a lot more done, and then once I placed it on the board, it just didn't seem like it was much more than the 1500 before I started having to do a lot of the filling and whatnot. That being said, I am feeling very positive about it for a number of reasons. Number one is all this top section up here in the picture is sky. And while sky in and of itself isn't super easy to do, in these pictures, you have the rainbows and the shades and tones of the clouds and that. And the bulk of that is on this board now. There's probably a few pieces in the miscellaneous and whatnot, but for the large part, this is all on the board. This is all the leftover yellow pieces sorted by shape. So I'm going to be doing that very soon, getting around the pirate ship and up the very top finished. I then separated out the rainbow separation pieces into sort of blue greys, aquas, green yellows, lighter aquas, and then it starts getting into the leftover rainbowy pieces, basically. So with all of that out on there, I should be able to do the bulk of the sky pretty readily, to be honest. And that's going to be really exciting to get that all done and finished. And then I've only got this sort of stuff left. So this is the second or newer miscellaneous tray. So these are the bits I haven't been able to place when I'm looking at them closely. This is the leftover of the miscellaneous. I'd say it's about 2/3 full of what it used to be. So that's pretty neat. I will go through that again soon and probably get quite a bit out of it. These are leftovers from the sandstony sort of ones, and the basically these rock shelves and the sandstone piles. They go there somewhere, but I just couldn't find them for the moment. I've realized that these bits are actually the waves around Trident and his family and stuff, but I can't place these at the minute, so there must be another layer I'm missing or something. I haven't even had a look at these yet, the bubbles. That'll probably be a later job. And then finally, still all the blues and the darks. I think the darks is going to be pretty easy. That's going to be down in this corner, so largely speaking, I've placed Sebastian, and I've got his legs started. I still can't remember his name. I want to say John, but I'm not entirely sure. I kind of doubt it because I think it's John in Pocahontas, so I don't know. The Prince John, whatever his name is, whoever. So his boot's going to go here somewhere. So most of that dark is going to be in that sort of area. So yeah, I think it's going to be relatively straightforward. And then for the blue, who knows? But I think these bits here, the darker blues, you can see they've got a bit of dark light texture going on with them. For the most part, they're going to be this section here, I think. And then probably along the bottom for the rest of it. In that sense, it's a lot of sort of bit by bitting, but honestly speaking, like this tray is really the demonstrator to me how well this is going, because this was kind of left over from the whites. This is sort of just pieces that I've not been able to place at all, or at least there's not enough background to hook them to, which means most of the pieces I'm looking at I can place really, really easily and, figure out where they're going. I mean, you look over here and I've got this in connection. I've got these little bits here and they're literally that bit and that bit. So, yeah, it's sort of as long as there's a little bit on there, I can get there. I haven't sorted this bit yet. This is the seaweed that goes, sorry for the back and forth thing, seaweed in here. That's going to be easy to build once I get into it, I think. And this stuff up here, I'm probably going to sort that out of the miscellaneous tray, but just leave it sitting there until I get around to it later in the piece. I think. I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm really enjoying this puzzle. It's exactly what I wanted from the Thomas Kinkade Disney puzzles, for a bigger puzzle. None of the sort of darkness issue of the previous one. This has all been very well coloured and lit and textured and patterned and all the rest of it. Yeah, that's kind of it. So yeah, I think I'm going to do in around here with all the yellow, get rid of most of these yellows, and then work on all the rainbow pieces around. I think that essentially a lot of the last rainbow bits are going to go here because they're very faint rainbow. The sort of blue greys, blues and greys down here, maybe a bit of grey over there. Then you've kind of got the light blues. A lot of that's going to go here, the very light aqua. The green, yellow, aqua, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm guessing that might be sort of here-ish to here-ish maybe. But yeah, so it's going to be, it's not going to be terribly difficult. It's not going to be so painfully hard. Point in case, I've just noticed this, and I hope this fits because it'll give me a good example, but there you go. That's simple. I just looked over here, saw slight green, slight yellow, here's another one sort of thing, and I was able to place that immediately. So yeah, there's a lot going on that's really enjoyable, and that's all I can really say about it. Like I'm just really enjoying the piece and the work, and yeah, I think that it's not going to take much, and I will be pretty close to finishing, I think. It's another piece in straight away. I can't help myself. I'm just looking at it, and it's just like I see in little bits, and you just go, oh, that one goes there, and it's just really nice to just have a puzzle where you're just sitting there and looking at it and going, oh, I think I know where that bit goes, and coming over here and going, boom, and then they go in. That one didn't, but that's okay. But generally speaking, there's a lot of them that are just, the textures are all there. That's to sort of demonstrate where they go. And now that I've got this bit sorted, I mean, this is going to be really quick and easy, I think, for the most part, and really enjoyable. So yeah, anyway, let me stop fiddling so much with bits and bobs that I don't know if they're actually going to fit in somewhere or not, and get into it. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll catch you on the other side of the next set of bits. I don't know what. Maybe I'll finish, maybe I won't. But anyway, here we go. Well, there you have it, everybody. Puzzle's finally finished. Largely speaking, I've got to say, it has been a beautiful puzzle to do. Overall, I think what I anticipated about it came to be the case. It was a lovely piece cut, as per usual, the Thomas Kinkades. They were thin pieces, but they fit together nicely. They held together quite well. I'm not going to pick this one up because I feel that it's not quite... It's probably about the same strength of hold as the 1500, but with the size of the puzzle and a few corner bits that seem to be a little bit looser. I don't think this would hold for a pickup, or I'd lose a good chunk of it anyway. But overall, yeah, it holds together nicely. I think that the colors were vibrant, the tones, the shades, the textures, you name it, were really lovely to work with. I had some lighting issues during solving this puzzle, and for the most part, those issues didn't really affect my ability to solve the puzzle in that regard. So that probably sounds opposite to what I, in a sense, but the point being is that it was well enough coloured and all that compared to a lot of the other Thomas Kinkade puzzles I've done, Disney ones, that, yeah, this was very vibrant and easy to see where pieces go, see the gradients and everything. I say a lot. The last one in particular, the Beauty and the Beast one, was very dark. If you want to see that one in the video, it's a couple of videos back, but this was actually a really nice solve. It's sorted easy. Each section came together really nicely. Where I probably would say for the most part that I ran into issue was it was probably the slowest finish I've ever had for a puzzle. What I mean by that is that usually when I get down to the last 100 or so pieces, even if it's shape sorted and stuff, it's still relatively quick to sort of go, oh, here's 3 pieces and boom, 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 in they go, basically. I found that even with the last 50 odd pieces in this, it was still sort of, it just had that slight bit of difficulty of matching the pieces to their positions and stuff. And it wasn't bad in a sense. It was just slower than I would be used to. So that was kind of curious that happened, to be honest. But largely speaking, other than that, it was a beautiful solve. It was pretty quick and straightforward for the most part. So this is only the second 2,000 piece puzzle I think I've done on the channel, and possibly the second one I've ever done. But yeah, overall it was quite a quick solve for me. I got it done in a week. Usually a lot of what I do takes a bit, like a 1,000 piece will take a week or so, but yeah, this one solved just fine. It was sort of one of those things where I think that, it was surprising at how much fun it was to do in that regard. And I think that's definitely reminiscent of the first Thomas Kinkade Disney one I did of the Peter Pan. It's definitely a lot more, obviously it's a lot more pieces and all that, but yeah, it was just enjoyable. Sorry, I got interrupted there, but overall, I'm just really impressed with the quality. I know that this is a Seiko produced puzzle, and I've heard online a lot that some people really don't like Seiko branded puzzles. I will say for this particular puzzle, it would have been nice to have thicker pieces, particularly for the potential of picking it up. I would have liked to have picked it up, but I don't want to see this one fall to pieces. I think the color gradients and all that sort of stuff, it's all typical Thomas Kinkade in my mind. It's really beautiful, really lovely. The rainbow in particular was just exactly what I love about that kind of color gradient and so forth. I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to get Seiko brand just because of this, but I think it does show that, I don't know, I'm finding the more I do puzzles, the more I think that different brands can vary depending on who they're producing for and what they're producing. Again, as a comparison, the 15,000 piece that I stopped, again, it's a Thomas Kinkade Disney puzzle, but the cut of it was horrible. The pieces were horrible. The picture is way too dark. So yeah, that's sort of, I'd like to go back to that one at some point, but I've got so many other things I'm looking to do, so I'm just kind of like leaving it in a box for now, which I find sad. I think it would have been nice to finish that one, but yeah, anyway, I would definitely encourage anyone, if you're looking for a nice random piece cut puzzle, this is definitely a way to go. Again, it's just, yeah, it's what I love about puzzles, to be honest. Lots of individual information in each piece that really helps you put everything in its place. Really being able to just look at a piece and go, that roughly goes here, and then look at it and go, yep, okay, there you go, it fits in next to that piece. Yeah, sort of using the poster to get to know the picture gradually as you're building it was fine too. It was sort of very detailed for it. The poster's probably about a quarter of the size of the puzzle, thereabouts. So yeah, it was a really nice poster to use, and so on. I'm running out of things to say. Like, I just really enjoyed this puzzle. So yeah, I think I'm going to just leave it at that for once and not blab on forever. But anyway, coming up, my next video is going to be probably a Lego build, an actual Lego, not just a block build, but a Lego build. My wife's an author, and we made a little goal for her with some of her recent book, and she hit that. So I'm going to do a video building some Lego flowers for her to build a Lego bouquet. So yeah, that's going to be my next video, and then following that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm getting it into. I've got a lot sitting there. I've got a couple of 2,000 and 3,000 piece Ravensburgers I want to get into. I've got a few odds and ends puzzle things. There's this weird thing, yeah. Anyway, there's a lot there. So if you're interested in anything in particular, I'd love to hear about it, and I might try and angle that way. But there are plenty more puzzles to come. There's more pen and paper type stuff. I've got a couple of book related things. I've got a few more building things still to come, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's plenty to sort of choose from and develop in one way or another. So yeah, sorry, interrupted one more time again there. But anyway, yeah, like I said, like lots of different puzzles, pen and paper, building things. I'm doing a couple more 3D puzzle type things, I guess you could call them. I don't know. I've got a book nook sitting there that I want to craft at some point. I know some of this sort of extends past a bit of the solving idea of the channel, but yeah, at the end of the day, they're things that I put together, and you've got to figure out which pieces go where. So to me, in my mind, that's all part and parcel of it. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you're still with me, you know the things to do if you want to help me keep going. Otherwise, I will hopefully see you in another video in just a week, and we'll go from there. Oh, and one more thing, actually. 300 subscriber. That video I'm still working on too. So that will probably be in a few weeks, depending on if my subscriber count hits. It's sort of slowed down a little bit compared to last week. That's okay. I don't mind. We'll get there eventually. And when we do, there'll be a nice 300 piece puzzle video thing going on there. So yeah. All right. Well, until then, have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Much about. Bye.